All right, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Do you got your coffee with you? I certainly do. All right, we're on the second half of our Give Big Green Bay, and we're excited that you're joining us this morning. Let's have a sip together. Mmm, yummy. So, this ride is Captain Katie's ride, and today we have a good chance to bring in Captain Katie Neuman, who's one of our regular captains. She's done a lot of events with us. You're going to hear some stories from her about some of her adventures that she's been with us on. We're also going to, of course, talk more about the program that we're raising money for today, which is our Triumph at Home program. And Katie is using one of those hand cycles. And we're going to talk more about an opportunity that you have to give today through Give Big Green Bay and help us to get more of these setups for our captains so that they can participate on Zwift, stay active, and stay connected during this time, which is really, really important. So, um, tell us how you're doing out there in Facebook land. Give us a comment, what you're having for breakfast, what kind of coffee you're having. Um, Show us some of those reactions. As you comment on Facebook, that is really fun because we get to share it up on screen. So if you've got some encouraging words to give to Katie or other athletes joining us for the ride today, or any of our athletes, we'll be able to show those up on the screen. So feel free to put those comments down there and we'll make sure to share them with everyone. So before we get started in the interview, some of you maybe are watching this video and you're like, what is this My Team Triumph thing all about? We'd like to start it off by sharing our organization history and overview video so that you get a good understanding of what is MTT. So let's enjoy that.
Mary has this ferocious kind of desire to experience as much as she can. I think she understands that life isn't getting easier for her. And so she has this internal clock that's ticking. She wants to get out and do as much as she can.
I thought, why am I just sitting here? There's got to be something I could do. I need some exercise. So I thought Bell and Health Fitness. I remembered that name and I called, and Christian answered the phone.
I'd never worked with anyone with a disability before and had no clue what I was getting myself into when I saw Mary walk in and she was on her husband's back. Tell me about what's going on here. I was like, what's happening? She said, well, I have muscular dystrophy. And I said, okay, so how does that affect you? And I remember she basically put her arms out to her side and she said, well, here's what I can do. And that's it.
A month into it, he said, we were talking about the Bellin. I said, oh yeah, my kids have run the Bellin, but I've never been in it. And he said, are you going to be in it this year? And I said, I can't walk.
I'd never pushed anyone before. I don't even know how to get a stroller at that point. I don't even know how this is going to work.
I was in it, the first Bellin, in a 6-year-old's running stroller with my legs bungee corded together. So I could ride, I'd be able to run. That was awesome. I had so much fun.
So much of what Mary wants has nothing to do with what we do in the gym. So much of her health and what I can help her with has nothing to do with the weights, the machines that she's sitting on, has nothing to do with that. I think for people to have an awareness, an understanding of people with disabilities, they have to recognize that what's inside is the same thing that's what's inside us. The same goals in life, the same dreams, the same desires. Many of them just don't have the capability of expressing that and achieving it. Sometimes it just takes someone to step up and to say, I believe in you and I want to help you get there.
These angels are my legs, and they're sacrificing their time, their bodies to help me participate in an event that I would never have been able to do.
She said, I really wish more people could do this. And so we went from 3 chairs that we didn't even own to having 10 of our own and all these people that wanted to participate. It was absolutely overwhelming. Race day for My Team Triumph is an incredible amount of energy. It's hard to sleep the night before. We have an army of volunteers that come early, and they're setting all this equipment up. They're putting the strollers together. They're putting the names of the captains on the strollers. Just the beauty of this moment right before the gun goes off, and you're going to provide a dream come true to someone that is usually very confined. Now, in about a moment, they're going to have the freedom that they never experienced before in their life.
Make sure you give it up for the captain. You run hard, you scream loud. When you're on the course and you see a spectator, make sure they know who your captain is. Let's go!
That will step up and say, I want to elevate, I want to be there for someone. I want to, whatever way I can, whether it be a volunteer or an angel or a donor. And I'm willing to take down the barriers that I have in my mind when I think about people with disabilities and accept them and encourage them and just be there for them.
All right, we are back and live. Good morning, Carla. How are you?
Morning! Just trying to help people get on Zwift.
Yeah. It's the place to be, isn't it, right now?
Oh my
It is
gosh.
the place to be.
It is the place to be. We are so pumped. Like Christian said, this is the second day of Give Big Green Bay, a day of not only giving, thank you for the horn, not only giving, but simply recognizing the work of nonprofits in our community. And we are just so lucky and honored to be a part of this. There are 44 other nonprofits around Green Bay that are participating in this today. We are just one small piece of that. And we are, like I said, we are just so honored to be a part of it. It's awesome. Awesome day today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christian's still riding his bike. He just didn't stop the entire night. He's just been riding the whole time. All the miles.
We stopped for coffee.
All the bike shorts. All the coffee. Yeah, good morning. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Having some water, having some coffee. Good morning. Why are we here today? Well, we are here today to raise some money. Money. We started, oh gosh, almost a year ago now, when the world kind of shut down, at least our world shut down in the event space, and thought, oh my gosh, how do we stay connected during this time of real isolation, right? Where we're all locked down. How do we stay connected as a team and as human beings? And what you're looking at right now, everybody, on your screen is kind of the brainchild of many brainstorming sessions and a love of Zwift that Christian Jensen has had for many, many years.
Oh, yeah. We have a deep love of Zwift for many years.
So
Zwift is, let me go over that. Like, let's talk about what is this thing that we're looking at right now. This is like some video game. This is not the Tron movie that we're watching here. This is a virtual reality cycling game, essentially, where people all over the world can come together using their bikes. In our case, hand cycles with Katie, as you're seeing her avatar on the screen right now. And we can ride in these virtual worlds. we can be social, we can ride with our friends as we're doing right now that are all over. And literally, it's all over. We have people from all over the world. There's more than 500,000 people that are on this platform that have accounts. And you could do events with by yourself. You could do events with a few of your close friends. You can do ones with literally thousands and thousands of people. I remember I did one a couple weeks ago that had 15,000 people in it. And it was really, really cool. So it's a great place to really bring people together when that's hard to do. And we have always felt like this could be a great place for, obviously, it's a great place for people that are biking, but how do we try to make this space really accessible for our athletes with disabilities, our captains? Because having a place that they can connect and ride at home is really great, because for them to go to the fitness center right now, I mean, even before COVID and some of those challenges, there's physical accessibility challenges. There's the type of equipment that they use, and all sorts of things that you have to consider. But if we can help make that really accessible in their home with this Triumph at Home program, then how cool would that be? And so right now, I'm on my bike on a trainer, and you can see I'm part of this group that's riding, and we have Alyssa, we have Liz, we have Katie, and Katie's on her hand cycle, and she is riding in her home, and she's a regular on Zwift.
Yeah, it's so cool. And I love that when we bring Katie in, when we see Katie, when we see what she's doing and how she's triumphing at home, I think you're going to be really impressed if you haven't seen this before. So we have found a special piece of equipment that can be used both as a foot cycle or a hand cycle, depending on the ability level and comfort level of our captains. So very flexible piece of equipment. It's very portable. So you can bring it with you to mom and dad's house, to a friend's house. If you are traveling, if you're allowed to travel somewhere, you can bring it with you. Log into this Zwift program from really any device and get a really good physical workout. But more importantly, this really is helping with your mental health, right? We need to talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
Christian's like, yeah, we do. In my phone, getting people set up on Zwift. Pre-COVID, does anyone else hate that that's like a thing now? Pre-COVID, we have to talk about pre-COVID world.
Yeah.
I
feel like that's anybody ever talks about now.
I know. Yeah, pre-COVID world, there's Katie. What's up, girl? She wasn't just a voice. She's a real person.
She's waking up.
Waking up. Pre-COVID time, we recognize that there is a huge group of our population that has to deal with and face social isolation on a daily basis. And this is a real problem. This really affects your health in a negative way, both physical health and your mental health. And here in Wisconsin, we all face those winter blues normally, right? Yeah. You're inside, it's cold, you're not getting your vitamin D like you need. And now, especially with COVID, we have a lot of our captains, but also a lot of our angels and just other team members that are truly isolated. And I think that that's a feeling that we really can all grab onto these days, this feeling of loneliness. And something like this, something like you're seeing right now, is just so powerful in that you can physically get a nice workout in, but more importantly, you can stay connected. Like Christian was saying, through this game, you can stay connected with your friends here in the state and around the state, other captains, other angels, but you can really connect with people from all over the world. You can chat with them. We happen to have 2 meetups a week. through My Team Triumph Wisconsin, where our captains and angels can jump on this ride platform together, work out together, and do a video chat like you're seeing now. So you're not only getting that physical piece of it, but you're also really helping that mental health piece, which I think is so important right now.
Yeah. I
And
agree
then there's
100%.
Katie.
Yeah.
Then there's Katie, just pedaling away.
So let's check in with Katie. How have you been doing on Zwift? You've been on for about a month now. You're pretty regular, aren't you?
Yeah, I have a workout. I have somebody that I work out with on Monday morning, so that's the only morning I'm available right now because how my schedule plans out sometimes with everybody else. With my parents, I have to have other people besides my parents come in and help with my cares and stuff. So depending on the time they can come, depending on the time they can come is what depends on the day that I can do it best.
Sure. And that rider
But I love that
is on this ride with us today, isn't she?
She is.
Yes. Who is that person, Katie?
Alyssa.
Alyssa. Yeah, one of our angels who lives in the Wausau area, part of the North Central region.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Alyssa.
Hey, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Where's the sound effect?
Oh.
Carla's sound effect recording.
There we go. There's the sound effect. I'm gonna play a lot of sound effects.
There you go.
Katie,
Yeah, I'm not sure who gave Christian control of the sound effects, but we need to change that for next time. So, Katie, I love that you can hop on your bike anytime to fit your schedule, because that's so important. That's important at any time. I mean, for heaven's sakes, trying to get to a gym to fit it, like it's hard. So I love that you're able to do this at home. Hard. I love that you're able to stay connected with all your like friends, and I think it's just awesome. But I really am interested in knowing what your favorite MTT memory is, because you have done a lot of crazy things.
A lot of them. I don't know if it's that easy to choose. Why? One of my absolute favorites probably is, besides my first half iron in Door County that I ever did, probably the Ironman.
Just this little race.
Just this little teeny tiny spin around.
That's right. Yeah, you did that with Aaron and Adam. Was that back in 2014, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, take us through that experience.
Yeah.
It was a crazy one. I ain't never been up before at 3:30 in the morning, so that was fun.
I remember that. You're like, what time do we have to be there?
I always question, why don't we do more nighttime races?
I know. Well, we could, but then they'd finish in the morning. So, especially when they're Ironmans.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to hear more. Tell me about Ironman.
So we got up, we got marked, and then we were just one of the memories is that when we were in the water, I actually wasn't it a bunch of professionals just hanging around the boat, like hanging on the boat and stuff? Christian?
Professional. What's that?
Or they were just hanging on the boat, and they were like, "Can we join you?" or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Those darn professionals.
Yeah, and then it was a really warm day for September, actually.
Yeah.
It was actually really warm for September. So we just had the perfect day. Everything was on time. I had pizza in the middle of my race. Everybody didn't
Nice.
Well, you know who can tell you a little bit about that? Is Carla. She's an expert at having pizza during a race.
Yeah. All I can think right now is we need to do a pizza race together.
Right? I eat pizza so much that I eat it all the time. Everybody sees me post about it at least once a week in my life.
As they should. We should be posting more about pizza.
More
That's
about
what I
pizza.
think.
Or food in general.
I agree. So you did that little race called Ironman. That small one. You've also done some other crazy things in Door County.
Yep. I have.
Anything you want to talk about? What's going on in Door County? There's something about Door County and Katie Neuman.
Lots of special things happen in Door County. We did Adam and I a couple years. How many years ago now, Christian?
Fall 100.
Yeah, how many years ago now?
Oh gosh, that was maybe 2015 or 16 that you guys did that.
Yeah. So, my friends, Aaron, Adam, the lovely people, amazing people that they are, came up with that we're gonna run 100 miles, do the full 50 backwards and forwards, and then I was gonna walk the last mile. And I had never walked a mile before in my life, so that was interesting. But it was very interesting. We had to make quite a few interesting stops. Remember that, Christian?
Oh yeah. Well, let's take people through this because the normal Fall 50 race starts at like 7 a.m. on a Saturday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts in the northern tip of Door County and goes south down to Sturgeon Bay, which is kind of the southern part of the county. And it's a point-to-point race if you've never done it before, 50 miles. People usually do it as a relay. Some do it the whole thing, the solo.
Yep.
And these guys had this awesome idea. 50 is not enough miles.
Right.
Why don't we do it backwards? Let's do it double. So the night before at like 4 p.m., these guys left from Sturgeon Bay, which is the finish, and they ran north to the tip overnight, 50 miles. And we had a group of people that were following them, and yeah, there's always fun things that happen when you're doing these events with MTT. What were some of those little favorite interruptions that you had?
One of my favorites was probably when we had to stop so I could go to the bathroom, and we had to go to the bathroom in the bar.
Yeah, that was like halfway. It was like maybe mile like 25 or something.
Oh, that's funny.
Right?
Yeah, that one was a good one.
So, well, you gotta tell more of that story, Katie. You can't just stop there.
So
anymore.
Fine. So we're all running together and whatnot, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. What are we gonna do? Because none of the porta potties are open or available because it's not race day. It's the night before. So we're running, and then we finally, after all the running, we run into we find this bar, and we're like, can we run and use your bathroom real quick?
Oh, how funny!
Yeah.
And so,
wait, what time was it again? What time?
It was like
2 in the morning, right? Wasn't it?
It was 2 in the morning or so. It was sometime in early morning.
Yeah, and there were still people there.
But perfect.
Yeah.
Wasn't bar time yet. Nice work.
What did they think when you roll into the bar in the race chair at 2 in the morning?
Oh,
Well, there's a lot of. Let's say there's a lot of things going on here. There's Katie in the race chair. There's a lot of spandex, I'm sure. Just a lot of men in spandex.
No, it was cold. There was a lot of. It was chilly that night. Yeah.
It was chilly. Okay, this makes me feel better. Nonetheless, sweating, I'm sure, a little smelly, working up a little
little snot. Yeah. So they were very good about it, very welcoming about it, and then they all started questions, and everybody questions about it, and everything like that, and they told them.
Funny.
Adam, I think Aaron had a Coke, and I got to go to the bathroom, so that was
perfect.
Good.
I remember I was in the car outside, and you know, before this, you're like, oh, we got to stop and have Katie go to the bathroom. And knowing you guys, I'm like, all right, well, you know, they'll be out in 5 minutes. They're pretty fast. They want to get this thing done.
Yeah.
You know, they're on point, on target here. So there's no messing around. And like 15 minutes go by, and I'm like, where the heck are these guys? Like, what are they doing?
Hey.
And someone went inside. Someone went inside, and they came out, and they're like, they're sitting at the bar having drinks. I'm like, oh, that is just perfect. We're at that point now. We're at that point in the race.
We're at that point.
Yeah.
We're in it. Oh, I love it.
That was a good memory.
Gosh, but like this is the kind of stuff that happens with MTT. Like,
oh, yeah.
as funny as it is, you're in the middle of a race and you're stopping in a bar at 2:00 in the morning. I love it, but it's not. That's not like an out there story. I mean, we Christian and I, we're fortunate to hear about this stuff happening all over the state when our teams get together, and that's the beauty of this whole endurance space, right? That we kind of operate in. You know, we bring people together at these races, whether it's a 5K or an Ironman, or someone comes up with this crazy 100-mile run idea. You just, first of all, need to have fun, right? Like, yes, fun is
hang out with the right people, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Those right people are the ones, what do we call them? Really great people with really dumb ideas.
Great people with dumb ideas.
Great people with dumb ideas. Yeah. Yeah. First of all, you need to be ready to have a lot of fun, because that's what we're doing here. We're just having fun as humans together. Like, it doesn't matter what ability level you have. We just want to have fun together. Right?
Right.
And when you're doing something crazy, like a 100-mile run through Door County, and you stop in a bar, you sit at that bar. And that is like the best, most fun memory, you know, like it's just fun. And you're hanging out with your friends at that point. You're not a captain or an angel. You are just hanging out with your friends, and you're doing this really fun thing together. You're having an experience together. You're on this journey together. And I just love that. And I know, Katie, you have formed some really strong friendships that seem like family. When I look at some of your friendships that you have, it looks like it's family with you.
Yep. I can say literally that Christian for sure has been a part of every crazy event there ever was.
He normally is.
Every
that's the goal.
He even participated with me in the double Ironman.
Yeah, sometimes I get a chance to participate. We also had the Madison, one of the first events you did, the Madison Marathon. That was what?
That was the second event I did.
That was the second event you did. That was a blast in November.
I did Door County.
Yeah, for sure.
That was the half.
Yeah, I love the relationships. One of the things I miss the most from this past year, just having those experiences and having those stories and giggling together and, you know, just laughing. And I always love the unknown of what's going to happen. You know, you have an adventure that you're going to take on, and you go, hey, I don't know how this is going to go, but I know it's going to be fun. And I
Yep.
know that we're gonna have some laughs with these people on this team, and we're gonna come away with some great stories.
Christian, how many races would you guess have you done over these last 10 years? Could you even guess?
I don't know,
No. No.
couple hundred maybe. I don't know,
Have
from
you
all different distances.
right. And have you ever had the same experience at any of these?
Never,
Never.
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 Yeah, it's always. In fact, one of um, the first I tell this story a lot. The first time I did Door County triathlon with Mary back in 2011, maybe.
Yeah.
It was our very first time we ever did a triathlon, and
Did
I just brought Mary up with me, and it was just us kind of testing out the sprint.
oh yeah.
And we had a couple volunteers meeting us there. Mary hopped in my car. I put the equipment in the car, and we went up. And I was unpacking everything, and some idiot forgot the parts that connect the bike to the trailer.
Is that idiot on this video call?
Oh, that's a you're fired right there.
Thanks, Jacob.
But yeah, so it was crazy because I'm in this moment where I'm like, oh, that's it, it's over. We can't do this thing.
Yeah.
And Mary's sitting there in a chair, and she's like, well, let's just figure it out. And it was a big moment for me. I was like, whoa, like yeah, like let's just figure it out. Like things don't go as planned, rarely ever. And so, all right, just stop with your expectation that you're no longer going to have, and start looking at what you do have and how you can make it work. And that I think is one of the best gifts that I've always gotten from Mary and Katie and any of the other captains is that sense of resiliency. And I think it's one of the greatest things that we can teach each other, especially now. So, hey, Mom.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi. Mom got back from a run.
Hey.
Nice.
There you go, Mom.
Well, I love that, Christian, and I think that is such a great it just really encapsulates the My Team Triumph spirit in that you show up somewhere, it's not going to be perfect, but you've got a partner with you and you've got a team of people ready to be your cheerleader. And when you have a partner and a couple of cheerleaders, man, it is amazing what you can do. It really, really is. And this goes beyond ability. This is just like I said, just having that group of people that care about you, that are there supporting you. It's crazy. It's crazy awesome. And you guys have done some crazy awesome things. Katie, you have done some crazy awesome things, including what you're doing right now. I am so proud of you for what you're doing on Zwift. It's why we're here today. Yeah, let's see that game again. I'm blown away at your resiliency that you're showing. And if you're just joining us, we've been on for the last hour, we're getting ready to log off here. But I just want you guys to see out in Facebook land and social land what we got going on here. We've got Captain Katie. She is using a hand cycle, this really cool portable device that she's able to use with her arms to power her avatar on the bike using the online gaming program of Zwift. And through this Zwift program, she's not only getting this really great tool for her to use to get some exercise in a week, especially here in the middle of winter in Wisconsin, but she's able to connect with people from all over the world. Right now, we have a group riding together. Everyone stays together. We can click that button on our end, so everyone stays together, much like our angels would do in any other race that we do at My Team Triumph. But they're not the only ones that are on this race course and in this virtual reality world. There are thousands of other people from around the world that are on this same course doing this same thing right along with them. And so through the power of a little imagination, this piece of equipment and this online program, we're able to stay connected during this time of not just COVID, but just the winter here in Wisconsin. It's such a powerful tool. Connection is so powerful. It's so important for our physical and our mental health. And we are so excited to be here today as a part of Give Big Green Bay, just to showcase what we've been working on here at My Team Triumph, bringing triumph into the homes of our captains. But we need your help. And that's really why we're here today. We need your help to purchase these pieces of equipment, help us pay for the subscriptions to Zwift so that our captains can get on and ride whenever and wherever they're at. And you can do that. You can help us by making a donation. You can click the link if you are seeing this video on social and you see the link there. Go ahead and click it. Make a donation. You can also hold up your phone to the scan to donate QR code in the corner of your screen. I don't know where you're seeing it. This way. I think it's that way. Go ahead, hold your camera up to that, and it'll bring you right to the donation spot. As a part of Give Big Green Bay, donations are getting matched. So this is a really big second half of this 24-hour campaign with Give Big Green Bay. We started yesterday at noon. We go until noon today. Again, we need your help to help our captains triumph at home. We want to give this capability out to 20 more of our captains around the state, and we need your help to do it. We need to give this to more people, right, Katie?
Yes.
It'd be fun getting on there with 20 more captains on a Monday morning.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it is 7:37. Have you guys been riding for an hour yet? How long have we been going?
Yeah, 37
It's
minutes.
crazy.
It's awesome. It's crazy how quickly it goes when you're riding with your friends.
Oh,
It's good
always
stuff.
makes
better
it
with
a-
friends. Are you kidding me? Katie's just going. Katie's like, I got to get to that mile marker. Don't talk to me. I got things to do right now.
Katie, you're pretty competitive, I think.
I am.
Right? Are you one of those people? Are you getting into the no? Have you been getting into competitiveness like with yourself with Zwift?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of, yeah.
kind of.
That's a yes.
This is like, I want to keep my avatar moving the whole time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it stays in pace with everybody, or I just stay in the pace that I want to go.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you're challenging yourself, and you're.
How long it takes, it really doesn't matter, but to stay in pace is a big thing for me.
Hey, that's a great life lesson for us all, right?
Yep.
Doesn't matter how long it takes. Stay in pace.
Yeah.
With that
Stay in
fortune
pace.
cookie. Yummy.
I love it.
Or some pancakes, right, Katie?
Well,
So that brings up another story from the Door County Fall 100 I'd like to share.
Yeah.
So if you're around Katie, you're fully aware of her love of pancakes. You are fully aware of this. And I share that love as well. And one of the best places to get pancakes in Door County is Al Johnson's. It is world renowned. It's a place that has goats on the roof, right? They literally have goats that live on the roof and eat the grass that they grow. That's a story for another day. But so Katie and the gang have started the second half of the race. And they're like, I don't know, 65 miles in, 70 miles in, and they're pretty hungry.
It's pancake time.
So I said, hey, we were coming up to Al Johnson. I said, hey, I would love to go get you some pancakes, Katie Neuman. And I am going to bring those to you. I'm going to deliver. I'm going to Uber Eats before there was Uber Eats. I'm gonna Uber Katie these delicious to-go pancakes from Al Johnson's. So I'm super excited. I waited for the place to open. I went in there. I'm like, just give me the pancakes. Just give me the pancakes. So they
All the cakes.
nestled these cakes in this styrofoam container. I add a little sausage in there too. And I come on out to Katie. I'm super excited. And she opens up the box and she goes, "What are these?" They were Swedish
I'm
pancakes.
here.
They were Swedish pancakes. They were not the nice, fluffy pancakes that Katie loves. And she took a bite and she goes, "Oh, no, thank you." Oh, it was the biggest failure of my life.
I am most not like I can be very blunt when it comes to food. So you
I'm just
that
kidding you.
well, proud.
That was
You know,
hilarious.
Katie, in your defense, I think there needed to be a conversation ahead of time about what kind of because when someone tells me they're going to go get me pancakes, I'm expecting big, fluffy pancakes, right? I think Uber Christian
Yeah, failed on that. Failed.
Well, you guys, I was just checking online, and you guys are just finishing up here over the next minute. Dawn, we just saw from Dawn on the screen. Dawn was able to make a donation while she was riding. She had to log off to go get ready for work. But we are just $50 shy of hitting $5,000.
Whoa, dang. That's awesome.
Which is awesome. Which is awesome.
Awesome. Hey, Faith. That is
So
so
is
great.
Faith on here?
Faith is commenting on Facebook. She's saying hi. Big
Oh
fan
my gosh.
of the Katie Neuman.
Yeah.
No.
We exchanged many comments.
Yes. No, but I imagine, I know you want to get back to racing and seeing your friends and everything, Katie.
So bad.
Right? Yeah. But this does it help to have, this as an option to meet up and ride with Alyssa and others?
It does. And it helps with because I became a very avid at-home workout person just in general because I'm one that really wants to wear a mask while they work out. So I do all my workouts from home.
Yeah.
So the only part of my workouts I was actually missing was the bike part of it. So because I have all the weights and all that stuff that
Dang, I can tell those arms, man.
And all that.
Katie swole. Give us some. Give us some. Give it. There it is. Give us some, Katie.
Magical.
So that was really the only aspect that I was missing. And then I don't even think it was a day. And I was like, Christian, can I get one?
And you were on it.
I met her after he announced it.
Yeah, and I remember you had to figure out a good place. You got a little surface there so it stays, your cycle stays. But is it working out well for you?
Yeah, it's staying in place.
Good.
Oh, perfect. You look strong, girl.
Yeah.
Look at her smiling. She's like, I know.
She's like, I know.
I know.
No big deal.
No.
Oh man. Oh, I'm
great.
getting messages. I'm getting messages here. I think our very own Miss Liz is making a donation to get us over 5,000.
Wow. That's awesome. That's so great.
Thank you, Liz. That I love that that our people, they really show up in so many different ways. And it's so cool. We've got so many volunteers and our board members, our captains, our angels, their families, that really, when it comes time for something like this, for lack of a better phrase, really put their money where their mouth is. They believe in this mission. We believe in this together as a group. And it truly always, I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I'm like, my gosh, these people give so much time, talent, treasure, you name it, they're given. And it's because we know how powerful this mission is. We've been able to be a part of this. Again, if you're watching this, Give Big Green Bay is happening. We are in it. We are in the second half of it. It started yesterday at noon. It goes until noon today. It is a day of not only giving, but just sharing and recognizing the work of nonprofits in our community. We are so honored to be a part of it. We're one of 45 other nonprofits being recognized in the Green Bay area, but we are all over the state right now. We've got Christian and Katie there in the Green Bay area. I'm down in Kenosha. I know we've got riders in the Kenosha area, some in Sturgeon Bay. We've got Eau Claire. We've got just people all over doing this right now. This is fun.
Yeah. Yep.
It's very cool.
One of the things that I over the last, I guess you could say, summer or so is that I have one of my cousins from my extended side. Her husband is a runner, and he got in contact with me one day and says, "How do you feel about running for 6 hours?" I was like, "Oh, that sounds great. Let's do it."
No big deal.
And so
6 hours.
And yeah, that was.
You're like, come on.
Yeah,
That was
I do that before breakfast.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. Sometimes she probably has run 6 hours before breakfast.
Just as long as they're real pancakes.
6 hours before breakfast, and that breakfast had better be fluffy ones.
Right. But yeah, he has really loved the whole running with me and things like that, which is very different for me because my family is very much about, oh, this is, I mean, the events, but they're often like, oh, this is Katie's thing. We'll let Katie do her thing because she's with us, like, you know, all the time. So it's been a cool experience for me.
Oh, to have the family involved, you mean?
Yeah, to have to have him involved and him enjoying it so much.
Yeah, that's great.
We've talked about it before, and I've told him everything that I did, and then one day he goes, "You want to do the 6-hour race with me?" And I go, "Okay, sure, I'm promised." We were
little does he know.
Last summer, what?
Say, little does he know what he's getting himself into. See, he came to you thinking 6 hours a wild idea. He doesn't know what you're capable of, Katie.
Right.
That's
How
great.
about a 12-hour run? Wait, I have an idea. How about this? Oh, that's so cool that the family's involved. You know, we have so many families that are crazy supportive of our captains and angels, like Katie's family. It's definitely Katie's thing. But you know, she's got her fan club there on race day, and you know, on social media, if they can't make it to race day, cheering her on and supporting her. But race day, we don't always talk about the families of our captains and angels, but it's an experience for them too, right? I know for many of our captains' families, race day is a chance for them to connect with their friends as well. And, you know, to talk about struggles they have, to talk about good stuff that's going on, to celebrate each other as, you know, just as humans, you guys. Like, we just need connection. And we never, you know, we all take off and the race starts and we go on and our families are behind at the My Team Triumph tent. But it's an experience for them as well.
Yes, it is.
Look at Katie. We're just watching her fly around. Look at. I get sucked into the game watching you guys. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
it's so fun.
Katie. So we're currently in the Richmond course,
Ooh.
which is a recreation of the World Championship, Cycling World Championship course. I think back in maybe 2015. So this is a very realistic. Those are real sunflowers in the background, as you see.
Right.
So super realistic recreation of Richmond. But yeah, so we're cruising along. We've got over 130 people here that are on this course currently, and and riding along. So Katie's doing great.
Love
She's at
it.
almost 13 miles, cruising.
Woohoo! I'm just checking out Alyssa's social media. She's given some shout outs on her social page. Love it, Alyssa.
Yeah. Love it.
So fun. So fun. You guys are awesome. I can't believe you've gone that far. I'm almost done with my cup of coffee. You overachievers.
Cruising.
Mine will come after.
Go,
hey, Katie,
girl.
you have any goals for races this coming year, or when are there any races that you're like, yes, when I can do that one, I really want to do it?
Well, Christian, we haven't. Well, there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I hear it coming. I hear it.
There's something.
Start warming up, Aaron. If you're on here, start stretching. Katie's got ideas.
Well, no, my cousin Jordan and I have been talking about it on and off.
Ooh.
One day when it all happens, things go back to normal. We're thinking about Boston, but we'll see.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Marathon.
Yeah. So
nice. I was thinking you were going to
about
say the Pancake Mile.
again.
What's that?
I said we haven't talked about it in a while, but I'm sure it'll come up again.
No, that's
Fun.
great. That's cool. That'd be awesome to see you there. Race
You
in
know
Boston.
what we should do? I can never run in the Boston Marathon, but I can cheer people on like really good. So, Katie, if you guys get to Boston, I'm proposing that we volunteer as a My Team Triumph water station. And we all go out there.
There you go.
And we pass out that water and cheer everyone on.
Pack up that RV.
Faith is in it. Faith and Jeff are coming out. You're
right.
in, Faith. What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
Between the costumes we could wear. We could have your own side of pancakes waiting for you, Katie.
Yes. Or pizza.
So, Katie, if you could, Faith is super excited. So is Liz. So, Katie, I'd love for people who don't know you, besides your love of the pancakes, to get to know you a little bit more. You're a pretty accomplished and determined person, from your work that you do to just how independent you are. Can you share a little bit about yourself? Like, what do you do? Some of the jobs that you've had and some of the things that you enjoy doing outside of MTT.
Well, one of the things that my everyday job is that I work with the Appleton Area School District with the aftercare program, and I've been working with them for almost 3, maybe more years. I can't tell you, but they I've been really lucky with that job. The kids seem to like me on certain days, hence. But and then what else? So I have that, and I like to when I'm not racing or working, I also like to be up north when I can be at our family cottage.
Yep.
That's always fun.
Yep.
I had when everything started, Christian, my parents just got finished with the cottage being rebuilt. So we got a brand new cottage.
Nice.
And last summer, before all this hit, I think I told you this, we were supposed to do all sorts of races, and I was like literally gonna do more races with MTT than I had ever done in one summer, because I was gonna be home a lot, and my parents were gonna be taking care of things up there. But then COVID hit, and all those plans just kind of went bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, you are, I'm sure, just bottling up that potential energy, and Katie's going to be unleashed into the racing world.
Yeah.
And
I got a lot
be,
for.
Yeah. Well, hey, we are coming up on less than 3 minutes left here of our ride. Katie, thank you so much for joining us today and for leading us on this. It's great to talk with you, catch up, and hear more of your story, hear you share more of your story for other people. And someday I will redeem myself and get you some real pancakes.
Okay, I'm counting on that.
It is so good to see your smiling face. And I told Jen and Kayla yesterday, like, my arms are ready for some serious squishing. So when this is all done, you watch out, lady, because I'm coming at you. I got hugs built up.
See that I finally got her cookie order in.
Hey.
Finally!
I finally figured it out.
Gosh.
It
was so weird.
And I was like, this is ridiculous.
Cookies.
Cookies. I have a little Girl Scout in my house, and Katie wanted cookies. We couldn't get the cookies to Katie.
Gosh, come on. That could be worse than the pancake gate.
I know. I felt so bad. I'm like, I don't know what to do. But we got it. She's getting her cookies. It's happening.
I added them to my cart after I had the amount that I wanted.
Yeah.
I wasn't adding them to my cart.
It's all right. Christian's on round 3 of ordering his Girl Scout cookies.
Well, we got 1 minute left. There's the 1 minute. For those of you who are watching, thank you for joining. We've had a lot of comments and views on the ride. Please consider, you've heard more of Katie's story. Please consider making a donation if you haven't. There's a link in the video, or like Carla said, you can hit that scan there with your phone if you're watching on a computer. Donations will be matched. We're over $5,000. We've got until noon today to hit that, hit as much as we can. So thank you for those of you who donated. Thank you for watching. And we're coming up on 10 seconds to go. We're going to go back here.
That's right.
There we go. Almost there.
There you go. There you go. And if you weren't able to join us for all of our ride today, we are going to be back at it at 9 o'clock. So we're going to give Christian's legs a short break here, and then hop back on with him at 9. I'm going to pick his brain a little bit more about all the things. anything I could think of. And then we are going to end our day with Captain Jana at 11. Feel free to tune in, you guys. We were having a lot of fun. We were having a lot of fun with Katie. Today she's done. Workout in. Day started.
Yes.
You rock.
Awesome. Great job,
Go
Katie.
eat.
Yes, go eat those pancakes. Thanks for joining us. It was great seeing you. Have an awesome day.
Yeah. You guys too.
See
Bye,
ya.
Katie.
Bye.